Hello everyone, this is Harkamwal Sidhu with your weekly market report for Calgary. Before we go over the report, actually first the one thing I really wanted to say is that my heart goes out to all those people affected by the wildfires, especially in Jasper. I cannot imagine the pain they're going through. Like, I can't imagine somebody just losing their home and staying in shelters right now, and they have nothing to go back to. It is very difficult, there is no doubt, and I encourage everybody, whoever is watching this video as well, that if you can donate any money to any of those who are affected, any money, any food, that'll be great. There are some charities that are working in Calgary, and they have different ways of set up. Donations are set up that you can donate to them, and the suffering is just too much. It's hard to imagine that somebody just going back and finding that their home is all gone, all their belongings, everything that they owned is all gone. It is very difficult. There is no doubt about that. So now let's get back to Calgary's real estate market. There are a couple things. Today's video is going to be a bit longer, no doubt about that. So I just wanted to go over the second quarter report that came from Calgary Real Estate Board, and we will also go over our weekly market numbers. So there are some really interesting numbers in the second quarter that came out. As we know that a lot of people have been moving to Calgary and even Edmonton, and now we feel like actually the pace of people moving to Calgary has slowed down. But those are really interesting numbers that I really want you to pay attention to. So first of all, when you look at actually quarter one interprovincial net migration, we had 12,482 people that moved here. That was a drop of almost 10.4%. So they are comparing this to year. So first quarter 2023 and first quarter of 2024. Now Alberta's population has grown. It has grown to 4,849,906 people are living in Alberta, which has grown by 4.41%. And now the amazing part is most of the people that moved to Alberta, 27.8% of them moved from BC and 44% moved from Ontario. So those are pretty big numbers. But there's one really interesting part that I wanted to discuss with you guys is that, the housing starts in quarter one to quarter two. We had 3,346 detached homes. There were 1,080 semi-detached homes. There were 1,481 row houses, and there were 5,274 apartments. But here's the interesting part, that in under construction in June in Calgary, again, there were quite a bit of new projects going on. So there were rentals. There were 804,056 rental units that are being built. Ownership, 14,536 ownership units are being built. So rental means not actually that owned by individuals, but basically by companies like apartments and those kind of stuff we're talking about. So when it comes to Calgary year-to-date construction, 4,886 rental units are being built, and then the ownership 6,720. Those are actually quite significant numbers, because our rental market, as if you look at it, our two-bedroom apartment rent average in Calgary is now 2,140, which is significantly high. So that is one thing about the quarter two report. The second thing I wanted to discuss, we all know that Bank of Canada has dropped the interest rate to 4.5% now. Obviously, we all know that it is going to impact the real estate market in some cases. Now we see that the mortgage rates have already dropped by big banks. Now these days you can even get actually a fixed 5-year mortgage around 4.84% with major banks. You can always negotiate. Keep that in mind. You can always negotiate. And at the same time, when it comes to the variable rate, obviously with the drop, the variable rate has dropped as well. So now these days, the fixed rate mortgage and variable rate mortgage, they don't have too much of difference. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for new mortgage. The market will reflect at some point. We know that in Calgary now things are slowing down. We're seeing a lot more price adjustments getting done. Properties are not selling as quickly as they were. The recent report also mentioned that in Calgary now, when you list a property, most of the properties that are obviously higher in price are not selling at asking price. So people are negotiating, and if you are a seller, you're thinking to sell, make sure you're prepared for that part, that you may not get the price that you're looking for. So now let's get back to the weekly numbers. We had 810 new listings that came into the market. Back on the market were 92. Price decrease, 460 properties saw price decrease, which is quite significant. Price increase, 21 properties saw price increase. 515 properties went pending. 599 properties were sold in the last 1 week. 36 expired. 3 withdrawn, and 155 properties were terminated. So that is the report for this week. And if you have any question about real estate market, please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to assist you. My phone number is 403-689-2345. Thank you.